Hey guys, it's SodaPapa95. Welcome to my very first top 10 video, which is different from what I usually do, but I've been watching a lot of top 10s lately, top 5s, you know, that stuff, and I knew I couldn't resist. So this is a video on my top 10 Super Smash Bros. Characters. Let's get this list started. Don't forget, this list is totally opinion based, and these aren't actually the best characters, but they're just my personal favorites. Number 10. Kicking off the list is none other than Mr. Game & Watch. I like this character a lot because of his wide variety of moves that you probably wouldn't expect otherwise. And, you know, that fun of chance of getting a 9 with his hammer, which is always really fun. Matter of fact, I have a funny story to tell about this guy and that 9 hammer. So one time, me and two of my friends were doing a 99 Lives thing, and one of my friends was playing Mr. Game & Watch, and I made up this joke that, so my two friends was Arthur and Joe. Joe was playing Mr. Game & Watch. So I was making up this joke like, "Oh man, don't take Joe's food, don't take Joe's food or he'll kill you." So one time in the thing, the CPU actually took his food, and he 9'd all of us with one hammer. And it was one of the funniest things that entire time. It probably was the funniest, and yeah, it just brings back so many memories. Anyway, on to number 9. Number 9. At number 9 is none other than Zelda. I really like Zelda because of her wide variety of moves that she can use. She can even attack with fire from a distance, which is really cool. Great for dealing out lots of damage. Deflect back any projectiles with her awesome Nehru's Love, I believe it's called. Even teleport, which is always cool, you know, stuff. And, well, with her ability to even change forms is also pretty nice. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of playing as Sheik, I prefer to play as Zelda. It's still fun to switch over to Sheik sometimes, especially if it's a really long game and I don't want to play as the same character all the time. I can always choose Zelda to, you know, always have two different characters I can always play as, which is really cool. Anyway, on to number 8. Number 8. At number 8 is Pit. Pit has always been one of my favorite characters in the Smash Bros. Series. Yeah, I just feel like Pit's a great character to play as. He can combo greatly, he can attack from a distance, he can deflect stuff with his shield, he can do a lot of things, and heck, he could even fly. And for some reason, I love flying in video games. I don't know why. I've always wanted to fly in real life, but, you know, it's not like I'm gonna, like, grow wings one day or anything. Or will I? No. Yeah, he's also great for getting the job done fast, which is why Pit's number 8. Number 7. Jigglypuff! Yeah, Jigglypuff has always been one of the most underrated characters in the entire Smash Bros. Series, basically. But I personally like Jigglypuff. Not because Jigglypuff has that one move that can just, like, send the opponent flying, but I just can seem to never land it. I don't know why. But whenever I play a Jigglypuff, I like to use her rollout. Feels like it does a lot of damage, and it's a lot more accurate than that one down B move. Just like that. And yeah, I feel like Jigglypuff can do a lot of things, even put the opponent to sleep, which is great. Well, now I must answer that phone and get on to number 6. Number 6. Believe it or not, that number 6 is Ness. Ness has been a pretty interesting character for me. I started to like Ness a lot more after I figured out what game he was from, and now I love that game, which is Earthbound. But On to Ness in the game. I feel like he's a great attacker, and he can use a wide variety of attacks. Being, well, yeah, it's cool stuff. He can either send the opponent flying with a PK Flash, he can burn the opponent to a crisp with a PK Fire, or even shock them to death with a PSI Thunder. And even if he gets thrown, even if a projectile gets thrown at him, he can absorb it right back up with whatever that PSI move is. I have no clue what it is. Magnet? I don't know. Yeah, but for the longest time I had no clue what game Ness was from. You know, he was one of those characters, you know, those characters. They have no idea what the game's from, but you love the character. Like there's no tomorrow. Alright, but with on to number 5. Number 5. It is none other than Wolf. Now, I just recently started liking Wolf a lot. Wolf used to be one of my least favorite characters. But then, one time I picked random, I got Wolf, and I really liked Wolf. I liked how he controlled and everything. He can do a wide variety of things, different from Fox and Falco, who are a lot more the same. First of all, when you do, you know, the side B thing, instead of doing the thing where he goes fat, I don't even know, so I should probably shut up, but he goes at an angle instead of straight. Yeah, and also he can still do a lot of things that Fox and Falco can, but, you know, it looks different, it's a different color, and it's cool. And he also has a different, you know, attacking set. He can either combo in the air, he can destroy the enemy with his, you know, awesomeness. I don't even know anymore, so we're just making stuff up now. So yeah, well, with that, on to number 4. Number 4. Number 4, Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon has always been one of my favorite characters in the entire game. Basically from the start, when I first started playing it. You know, with the fun, always fun Falcon Punch, which always is fun to use. You know, but it's a bit slow, so the opponent can easily dodge it. But when it hits hard. He can also use a wide variety of other moves, such as the Falcon Kick. He can also grab the opponent with the up B and send him flying. And yeah, he's just a great character all in all. And yeah, I hope that he comes back in the next Smash Bros. Game. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know if the 3DS one's out yet. But I know that the Wii U one is in now, and I'm going to get the Wii U one, so I hope he comes back in that game. Well, with that, on to number 3. Number 3. Coming at number 3 is Link. Link, well, he's always been one of my favorite characters. As a matter of fact, he's my favorite character in the original Smash Bros. My favorite actually changes each Smash Bros. Game. And it probably will in the next one too, but I don't know. With a wide variety of things he could do, he could shoot his arrow, throw a boomerang, or even get a bomb ready. Or he could just go typical swordsman and attack with his sword. And he can even deflect projectiles, but if you just hold down, no down B or any down A or anything, and, you know, just hold up his shield, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So, with that, on to number 2. Number 2. Coming up at number 2 is Kirby! Kirby, well, for a time, Kirby was my favorite Smash Bros. Character of all time. But now he's my favorite Melee character. My favorite character of all time is to come next. But meanwhile, with Kirby is a great character. He can take the opponent's B attack, which is really cool, in my opinion. He can also, you know, if you time it right, you can get in some good damage with his up B, his cutter ability, I believe. Yeah, he's a great character. You can also press down B and go into his rock form, which does a lot of damage, and you take like no damage while in that rock form unless hit by something really strong like a bomb or something. You can also use his hammer with the side B. And yeah, Kirby is just really cool. Well, on with that, on to my favorite character in Smash Brothers history. Number 1! Coming in as my favorite Smash Brothers character, Ike. Well, I like Ike. Ike's a very cool character, very strong. I feel like whenever I play as Ike, I can make short work of a lot of opponents. Not a lot of opponents, but many. When timing it just right, you can use his up B and get a good combo going with some great damage. Or you can even start charging up a side B attack and, you know, go at like a really fast distance and attack the enemy. Unfortunately, Ike has no projectiles. He is all just going for all-out attacking. But that's okay because, you know, it's fine. Ike is Ike. And that's what makes Ike Ike. Or you could press B, or hold B I should say, and start charging up his awesome Sword of Fire, or his awesome Fire Sword of Awesomeness. And yeah, did a lot of damage. But be warned, if you charge up for too long, you'll actually take damage yourself. So that's something to be cautious about. But yeah. So, yeah, those are my top 10 favorite characters of Smash Bros. So yeah, that was my first ever top 10 list, and I hope you enjoyed this video, because, yeah, it was a lot of work, you know, doing all the top 10 stuff and all that stuff. But I know that there were improvements to be made, because, you know, it's my first ever top 10 video, and I sort of staggered on my words a lot, but, you know, first is a first. Can't say much more than that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I don't know if I'll do any more top 10 videos, but I know I did this one. Bye.